So we're going over James Abram Garfield from Armenian Kings, and we'll see what's in between. Samos the first, Oranida, Sophine, de Armenia, Ray. Samos the first. What's going on here? Okay. Asames the first. This is 2229 BC. Gerges the second. Zeriadris. Re means king, R-E-I or R-E-Y. This is 160 BC. So I don't know how that went so far there. Artesias. What I'm noticing is that the first few people are, when I looked them up, and I did not on this one, in other regions of the world, like Nordic and all that, there's a certain few people that are legendary, even in Asian cultures or wherever. I find legendary people, and then all of a sudden you find like who the real person, the first person that in this tree line that is documented real. Artavastas the first, de Iberia. What they call the Iberian Peninsula today, like Spain and Portugal and whatnot, and France.
We'll leave here at like 1:10, 1:15.
Arshak.
Okay.
Artag. Kuji. Kolkis. Pamaves. Cartham. Pharasmanes. Conjid. Mithridates. Zenobia. Pharasmanes the second. Check our Armenian Kings video. There's more of this line, I believe. Gadampasar is 95. Pharasmanes the third. Vologases the fifth. Artabanas the fourth. Arcacid. Papak, a priest of Pars. This is king of Media. Check our other video for Persian Pars. Adishir. Gordars. I don't know if the Persian video is up right now, but it will be at some point. Shapur first, second. Shahansa, or maybe the Shahs video will have that too. Prince Shapur, Menshansha, Queen Danag, Peroz Ben Shapur, Arta Kata Zama. So check another video for that. Caballero Dukta, Adishir, Babigan, Xerxes, Tashiti, Artaducta, Vinitherius of the Goths, Kighunimund. Is this Hun at all? Well, we don't know, I guess. Of Zwabi, Karzat, Kata Zama. Yeah. Wecta von Saxon, King Witticus of Kent, Witicius, Wanda Merca of the Huns. There you go. Hawk.
He's doing fine. We have plenty of time before the actual thing today. If you want to come, great. If you don't want to come and you want to get some work done, that is totally cool too. No big deal.
Okay.
Okay. Like what I could do is that I could call you when we're done because we'll probably need to do dinner at that point.
Yep.
But other than that, okay. So can I talk to you because I'm looking for some advice? I am totally taking your advice that you gave me earlier about how to cool it with applying for jobs. Okay. However, the thing is that I am now getting back responses from jobs. So I have an idea of what I need to do, and I just want you to be like, yes, no,
Yeah.
or are you sure about that, girl?
Yep.
Girl, what you doing? Okay, so that Jesus school offered me a job. Do you know about the Jesus school?
Yeah, you told me about it.
Right. Okay, so they offered me a job. Okay. If I go to them, it would be Monday through Friday. No, it'd be Monday through Thursday. It would be 8 to 12. It would be $17 an hour. No summer. And then it would pick up again in the fall. Okay. There is an audition in New York, which is at 2 p.m. on Monday. If I start this job tomorrow, then I can't go to that audition. Okay.
The Jesus job.
Yes, if I start the Jesus job.
Okay.
So my other option is do exactly all the stuff you told me to do, like work on getting the stuff on sale, work on stuff for you, things like that, and sub for Robin, and then wait for that contract to come through.
Is the New York gig paid?
The New York gig would be paid, but it's not like a consistent pay. It's
I
like
get it.
it's like comedy sports, but for money.
I know.
Okay.
Yep.
So, if I start the job with the Jesus thing, I missed the audition. But if I go to the audition and don't start the Jesus job, the problem with the Jesus job is that I've delayed them a couple of times now. So I don't think I could delay them anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If
when does the summer start? June.
What?
June. The summer starts.
For what? For the Jesus job? It starts in the beginning of June. So we're literally looking at a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Not much more.
Okay.
So there's that. Then there is this contract that is laying overhead.
The director?
No, not the directing job is in November.
That's fine. All right. So contracts.
To be the stage manager over at Axelrod.
Okay.
Okay. Like I got a verbal offer yesterday. I'm just waiting for the contract to come through. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And it would be for about a month of work, but it would be a month of work at union level wages. It would fuck up working at the camp, which I don't think is.
There's a lot going on here. Okay. There's a camp as well.
Yeah. Remember? Okay. So, oh God,
Is the camp almost done?
No, the camp hasn't even started.
Okay. I don't think you should take this Jesus job.
Okay, so let's.
Seems like you're allowed to do everything else but the Jesus job. If you take the Jesus job, you can't do any of the other shit.
Okay,
so why don't you just do all the other shit?
So if I don't take the Jesus job.
As much as I like that idea. Yeah.
Okay. And I just text Robin and remind her that I'm still alive and that if she needs something, that I'm available. Okay. Then that solves that. Okay. So the second thing, and then I go to the audition tomorrow.
Get upset if you get upset. Communicate you're upset. If you get anxious about not having like a reoccurring, consistent income type of deal. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm trying to do right now. So
everything's gonna be all right. You
so I
need to do all those other things you just said.
Right. So that's why I make these rash decisions out of fear of not having consistent work. because of the fact that this not having consistent work is a fear that's been put into me by my mother.
No.
Okay.
It's
So
yeah, and that came from well, never mind. That was your dad's parents that ran the store. But
no,
you
that
don't
was my
experience
mother's
that.
parents that ran the store.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
See, it's a grandma generational.
Yeah. So yeah. So okay. So let's say I don't take the Jesus job. That allows me to go to the audition tomorrow. You would have to pick Henry up from school.
Sure.
I would be in communication with you about where and when I could pick you up.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So then we have the contract. Okay, so this contract, would fuck up the comedy sports world championships, which is fine because this job pays and comedy sports doesn't. So there's just that. Okay. Do I miss world championships? Yes. Do I get paid equity rates and I get to work with a first class director? Yes.
So
And
the
I
whole
think-
point of doing comedy sports, really.
Well, yeah. So like I told Scott, I said, listen, I've gotten like a third call back for this thing and I don't know what's going on with it. So I don't know what my availability that week is going to be. He's like, you're going to find out your availability for that week as we get closer. He's like, so right now, promise us the world. And then when you get your schedule, we could sit down and help you out. So they're willing to work with me. Okay. So then the only other problem is that this comes into this contract. If it's true, like I got a verbal offer, but I'm like uncomfortable until I actually see the thing I have to sign.
Sure.
So that's why I'm not talking to anybody else. So there is the summer camp I'm supposed to teach at. This show affects the first 2 weeks of that summer camp. So
What show? The New York show that's a contract that isn't coming yet?
it's not a New York show. It's a show at Axelrod. It's in Homedale. Yes, correct. That equity show comes into conflict with summer camp. I think I have to still do the equity show. Am I correct?
Yeah. Yeah, summer camp is like the industry that you are like trying to leave.
Right.
Seeing education, seeing, you know.
I know it's just that education is the only place where like I could get any work that allows me to do the other stuff. You know what I mean? But I don't think this is only a summer camp. This is not a school.
Right, but
Yeah.
it's still childcare.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you take the other stuff and then something else is going to come in where now you're available to do that too.
Do you know, every time I hang up the phone and I think like this is ridiculous and I have to give up on it, I get 2 more fucking phone calls that are like telling me to not give up on it.
Yeah, because you got a resume that says that, right? Resume that says you do childcare.
No, it no longer
calls.
says I do childcare.
Phone calls for what? Saying,
Other like performance gigs.
Yeah.
Like, so when I quit Bloomingdale's that day, I got the phone call for the first interview with this director.
Right.
And then I got a phone call about doing stand-up in Asbury for $75 an hour.
Yeah, so you say no to the camp when it comes time to say.
As we get a little bit, once I sign
Whenever
this
you're-
contract.
Yeah, sure.
So then what I could do is that I can always be like, hey, Miss Robin, I am available to sub during the summer as you need. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So then I do that. And I think maybe during the summer, I really, really actively work to get into like sub in a public school.
Sure.
You know what I
can
mean?
say no to stuff, right? They're like, hey, we need someone for today. And you're like, no.
I can easily
You're not
say no.
fired.
Yeah. Especially if I'm like, I'm available, but I'm an actor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Once you see us together close like $3,000 deals, you're gonna be like, oh my god, this is so much money.
And then I'll
So-
feel like I won't need the subbing thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, okay, so to review, I'm going to say no to the Jesus thing. I'm going to remind Robin and Pam that I'm alive. Okay. I'm going to wait for that contract to come through. I'm going to keep my mouth shut to the summer camp until that contract comes through. Just because, what if something goes wrong? Anything could go wrong.
Yeah.
Show could be canceled.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Crazier things have happened with Broadway shows. How many Broadway shows get promised to come and never make it? So, sure, as long as once my contract is signed, if something were to go wrong, I get paid because of the union.
Yeah.
But until I sign a contract, I got to keep my mouth shut. I can maybe even talk to the summer camp and be like, I got to start late. Maybe they'll work with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who knows? Maybe they'll be like, yeah, sure, we can make that work. Okay, then. So then that's what we're going to do. Okay, so tomorrow, I'm going to write this all out for you. Tomorrow, I'm going to need you to pick up Henry from school. The minute I get out of my audition, I will call you and let you know what train I'm on coming home. So either A, I can meet you guys at the train station, or B, you guys can beat me home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's what we're doing. Okay. All right. That's what we're doing. Okay. All right. I needed to talk that out with somebody, and I felt like if I texted all of this to you, it would make sense.
No, it's
because even at some point you were getting lost in what I was saying. I was like, because you know what it is?
you're doing great. You got so much in the pipeline.
Yeah. And so then it's like the problem is that some of it comes through. And when it comes through, it's like, well, what do you do? What do you pick? So yeah. So, okay, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And then I will, at some point, start working on that schedule. Okay. No, Jesus.
Let's see. Where does it have? Hertog. Oh, also known as. Here we go. Carlo, Carlos, Charles. Charles the Hammer. Gerald, Charibert. Oh, here's Charlemagne. Carl Day. And then this must be in at least one other video. Probably a French Kings video, definitely. Occupation, Delaware nobility. Where's the also known as? Here you go. Oh, okay. This is Hildegard. I clicked on the wrong one. Okay. Welf, Ludwig. This is 790. Charles II. Le Chauve. Louis II. Le Bègue. Le Simple. Charles III. Irbad, Godefroy, Wermund, Tilbert, Arnold, Godefroy, Michael Fleming, William Le Fleming, Sir Michael Le Fleming, Gilbert de Lancaster, Michael Le Fleming II, 1124. William Le Fleming, William de Alwark, Eleanor Elmley, William Fitzgodrick, Sir John Saville, Lord Halifax, Dorothy Fitzwilliam, John de Saville, John de Seville II, Agnes de Aldewerk, Reginald, Catherine Fleming, John de Seville, John Seville 1225, Golkar, Peter de Seville, Elias de Risworth, Henry de Risworth, Sir John Seville, Sheriff of Yorkshire, Matthew de Bosco, John de Seville. This is 1302, Matthew de Bosco, Isabel Eland, Thomas Eland, Esquire, Sir Robert Radcliffe, Sir John Seville, John Asherton. This is the one. What if it's also Barton? John Asherton is 19th grandpa. Jane Seville, Sir John Barton, Sir Ralph Asherton, or Ashton. Asherton. Oh, no. Okay, so Sir John Barton is not. I don't think Ralph Asherton is, but John is. 1418, St. Leonard's Church, Middleton, by Oldham, Lancaster. John Asherton the second, 19th. Yeah. Okay, so we'll end on that one. Margaret de Barton, Sir Richard Ashton, Finney Bourgeon, Guillaume de Ramery, Alan Ledbetter, Martha Ashton, William Ledbetter, Lady Caroline de Bourgeon, yeah, John Foraflode, Martha Ledbetter, William Barber, Margaret Martin, Thomas Sudbury, Alice Forflod. What's up to the Barbers? Alice Jordan, Nicholas Danforth, William Sudbury, Catherine O'Brien, Thomas Danforth, Jean Sudbury, William Barber, Nicholas Danforth, Elizabeth Barber, 1596 in Aspal, Matthew Bridge, Anne Danforth, Deacon John Bridge, Samuel Bigelow Sr., Mary Flagg, Captain Benjamin Garfield, Elizabeth Bridge, John Johnson II, Mary Carley, Samuel Johnson, Rebecca Wilson, Martha Mercy Bigelow. Oh, Bigelow T. Okay, so Lieutenant Thomas Garfield, Thomas Gearfield, Rebecca Johnson, William Bryant, Sarah Hopkinson. Someone verified that they went from Garfield to Gearfield for 2 generations. Solomon Gearfield. I guess so. Sarah Bryant. Probably still pronounced the same way. Garfield, Otsego, New York, 1773. James Ballou the Fourth in New Hampshire. John Rudolph. Susan Griffith, Zebulon Rudolph, Arabella Green Mason, Eliza Ballou, Abraham Garfield, and then it's wild that he used Abram. Lucretia Rudolph. Well, yeah, Abraham learned, oh, it's the longer interpretation of Abram. Okay, and then we're going from John Ashton II down to today, or until it repeats. Richard Hamerton, Elizabeth Ashton, Edward James Bonger, Emma Sophia Ditchfield, Thomas Barnes, Catherine, Margaret Bestney, Edward Barnes, Thomas Barnes, Anne Thimblethorpe, Edward Barnes, Dorothy Harris, Roland Barnes, Alice Cooper, Thomas Barnes, Anna Norcross Bent, Norcross, Thomas Mulford, Elizabeth Barnes, Thomas Mulford, Mary Bassett, Elisha Eldridge, Dorcas Mulford. Oh, are these backwards? Maybe. Mulford, Eldridge, Abiel Purrington, Daniel Eldridge, Prudence Warner, Elisha Eldridge. Oh no, yeah, Elisha was like Elijah. Mahitable Bristol, Lewis Tyler Amanda F. Eldridge, Charles Henry Tyler, Julia A. Alderman, Lewis Tyler, Lewis Percival, Archibald Tyler, Catherine Emily Grimm. Peace, love, bye bye. Didn't even cut off